Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to Kamkama TV channel. I welcome you and I hope you are all fine. Thank you for listening. Today we are going to discuss about employees' grievances. Maybe you don't know what is a grievance, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sure that you have ever heard about employees striking. They refuse to go to work. They say they are not happy at work. They say they are not happy with their manager. They say they are not happy with the working condition. If you have ever heard about all of this, it means you know what is a grievance is. A grievance, in short, let us discuss about grievance. A grievance is a complaint or a strong feeling that you have been not treated fairly. So if at workplace you have ever had a complaint, you have ever had a feeling that you are not treated well, and you raise your complaint to the management, that is a grievance. A grievance also can be any cause of distress, such as unsatisfactory working condition, failed to afford a reason for complaint or resistance. Now, here, a grievance now is any cause of distress, such as unsatisfactory working condition. When you are not satisfied with the working condition, when you are not satisfied with the way the workplace is treating you, that is already a grievance. Now, we are talking about distress. Distress is extreme anxiety, sorrow, pain, miserable, hurt, or wrath. That is what we call distress. So, a grievance is something believed to cause distress. So, anything that causes distress at workplace is called a grievance. A grievance also is a problem, is a complaint that employees raise with their employees. So when employees at work raise any complaint, any issue that they are not happy with the working condition, it means they are aggrieved. That is a grievance already. Ladies and gentlemen, a grievance can also be employees' dissatisfaction with company's worker policy and conditions because of an illegal violation of law. So whenever there is a law that is violated in the agreement between employee and employer, and then the employee raises that complaint, it becomes a grievance. So a grievance is any type of disappointment or unhappiness arising out of factors related to an employee's job which he or she thinks is unfair. So, whenever you hear somebody complaining that he or she is not happy at work, and then he raises his or her reason of unhappiness to the management, that is a grievance. I'm very sure with the explanations now, you have seen that employees always are aggrieved. My dear friends, after understanding what is a grievance, let's talk about types of grievances. In fact, here, I'm going to talk about 4 types of grievances. One is individual grievance. Individual grievance is a complaint raised by an individual at work. The company has 10 or 20 or more employees. but only one raised a complaint because he or she was not treated fairly. That is an individual complaint. There is group grievances. Now, a group of more than one, they raise their complaint. That is called group grievances. We have also policy grievances. Policy grievance is a complaint by the union that an action of management or its failure or refusal to act is a violation of the agreement that could affect all who are covered by the agreement. Now sometimes the whole group now raise the complaint because of a certain policy. That is policy grievance. And lastly, we have union grievance. With union grievance, it's any dispute arising directly between the parties now to the collective agreement. So those are 4 types of grievances: individual grievance, group grievance, policy grievance, and union grievance. After that, let's talk about like 3 forms of the grievance. Now, with 3 forms of the grievance, let's talk about factual grievance. Factual grievance is a grievance that lays when a legitimate need of an employee has not been met. For example, you are not paid. At the end of the month, you wait for the salary. At the end of the task you are given, you don't get your reward. And you are supposed to get it. That is a factual grievance. There is also what we call imaginary grievance. Imaginary grievance now, this is very funny. It is a grievance based on a wrong perception or wrong assumption or incorrect information, and it is not based on a legitimate need that leads to development of a negative attitude towards the organization. This imaginary grievance, for sure, it is just imagination of a person or a group of persons. Now, they misinterpret. They take something the way it should not be. For example, let me tell you an example. By this employee just imagine something and which is not true. They base on incorrect information and they take it as a complaint. Now, for example, they may think that at the end of the year, they will always get increase in salary. But that is not the case. Every organization, every company may have its policy of raising salary or reward. So, instead of waiting for the company to determine when to increase the salary, they start claiming that they should get salary increase when it is just misinterpretation or wrong assumption. And lastly, disguised grievance. Disguised grievance, it raises when employee is dissatisfied due to reasons unknown to him. These grievances arise when the psychological needs of the employee have not been met. Now, this disguised grievance, for it just raises with unknown reason. The employee feels he is not happy, he is not contented, he is no longer interested in the organization. For sure, without any reason, he or she can raise. He just feels he is tired of the company. That is a disguised grievance. My dear friends who are listening to Kamkama TV channel, I hope you have understood what is a grievance, types of grievances, and then forms of grievances. And I request you to make subscribe, make comments, and share to your friends so that the next video, which will be talking about causes of grievances, effects of grievances, grievances handling procedure, and points to remember when handling grievances. When that video in a few days is out, you can be able to know that it is already out. Thank you so much for listening. Let's meet to the next video. Thank you.